October 15th, 2025. I am Abigail McIntyre. Coming up in the news, addendum list available for public inspection from tomorrow, Thursday, and Japan to establish first honorary consul in Grenada. Details to these stories and more when we return.
The Grenada Cultural Foundation presents the Antitech Spice Word Festival 2025 from Monday, October 13th to Friday, October 17th. Get ready for a roundtable discussion on Monday, October 13th from 6 p.m. at the Spice Basket Pavilion area. Topic of discussion: Antitech Grenadian folklore, its relevance and meaning. Thursday, October 16th, it's an open mic night, a celebration of words from 6 p.m. at the Spice Basket Pavilion area, and the admission for both nights absolutely free. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on out on Monday, October 13th, and on Thursday, October 16th. It's the Antitech Spice Word Festival 2025.
Welcome back. The Parliamentary Electoral Office advises the public that the official addendum list of electors, featuring all newly registered voters for the period July to September 2025, will be available for public inspection beginning Thursday, 16th October 2025. Arthur Pear, Supervisor of Elections, emphasizes that this is a critical part of the electoral process. The addendum ensures accuracy and transparency in the voters list, and also provides every eligible citizen the opportunity to verify their registration and raise any concerns.
The list that we are now publishing were persons, new registrants, from July to September. Okay? So we have to really and truly give the public notice that we have placed these persons on the list as an addendum. And then we allow 1 week for objections. Now the objections would come simply because you may have persons that individuals may not know in a particular constituency. And if there are questions to the qualification for being on the list, then those objections are raised, and the registration officer within the constituency would address those objections. And if the objections are carried, in that if we do find in fact that there is a problem, then we would move to either remove the person because they are new registrants, remove the person, or we sort it out. We at the electoral office, we would do all we can to ensure that the right persons, based on law, the right persons are on the list. Okay, but there are times when we miss things. Okay, and it could be human error. It can be the fact that we considered a person not fully understanding because of the documentation and so forth. So it gives persons who would peruse the list an opportunity to say, look, this person here, we have a problem with that person. All right, we are not seeing that person. We have never seen that person. That person is not a person that belongs to the constituency. All right, so it gives us at the office an opportunity to review, to investigate. And of course, with the entire electoral process and the registration process, we must be transparent. And it facilitates that by allowing persons to review and make objections. There are forms that persons can sign, and the objections are raised, and we can do the investigation to rectify the problem.
Requests for alterations of any registered person should be submitted to the registration officer of the constituency on or before October 24th, 2025. The official addendum list can be found at each parliamentary elections constituency office.
The addendum lists are given, they are printed, and they are given to the registration officers within the constituency. And they have specific places that they would post it up. Usually, if they are post office, if they are shops, if they are places where people frequent, persons are able to go there and to identify the names that are there. And, if objections have to be raised, we welcome the objections.
The 7-day period for review, claims, and objections regarding the list will end on 24th October 2025. The final consolidated list for 2025 will be produced at year's end.
So at the end of the year, we would produce the entire consolidated list. All right? And what you would find at the end of the year is that persons who might have died during the course from June for the first, because we produce a list, the consolidated list, twice a year. All right? At the beginning of the year and at the mid of the year. So like June, we produce a consolidated list. So what you would find in that list now is a cleaner list, so to speak. So you may find persons that might have died and you now remove these persons, deceased persons off the list, ensuring that it is more presentable, right, and a cleaner list as part of the electoral list, the electoral process.
All unregistered citizens are encouraged to register at your constituency.
That we really want persons to register. All right. Our job is really and truly just to get Grenadians registered, citizens registered. All right. And in the registration process, there are some documents that we want you to work with. You need to have your birth certificate. If you have a valid passport, you can come with that as well. A proof of address. So for example, you have a bill in your name, etc. And whether it is whatever bill you have that is in your name. For persons who are not who are citizens, but they are not citizens, naturalized citizens. That is that they were not born in Grenada. You need to have a citizenship certificate. If you are in a Commonwealth country, you need to have a Commonwealth declaration made with a JP. And the process is quite simple. So you have these documents, right? And you present yourself at one of the electoral offices in the constituency, and you can be registered. So we do have continuous registration. So as long as the date for election has not yet been called, you can register.
Grenada will soon see the establishment of an honorary consul of Japan, the first to be established on the island. The announcement was made by His Excellency Dr. Akima Umezawa, Japan's ambassador to Grenada, during a ceremony marking the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries. Japan was among the first nations to formalize diplomatic relations with Grenada, following the island's independence in 1974. In many ways, Japan has grown alongside Grenada, acting as a steadfast partner and big brother on the diplomatic front. Since the signing of official relations in 1975, Japan has contributed over $100 million in grant aid and approximately $10 million in technical cooperation to Grenada. One of the key areas of support has been the fishing sector. For Japan, investing in this industry meant helping to secure Grenada's food supply, create employment opportunities, and generate foreign exchange. Taking diplomatic ties a step further, Ambassador Umezawa announced that plans are already on the way to establish a consulate in Grenada.
The first on November 12th, I will host a ceremony to announce a first ever honorary consul of Japan to Grenada, introducing him to the people of Grenada. And the following day, on November 13th, a music concert will be organized featuring Japanese classical music instrument made of bamboo. Yes. And even though it's not steel pan music, but I hope you the bamboo is familiar with your lifestyle and environment. So I strongly hope you will enjoy. And I also eagerly anticipate your attendance at the two events.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Roxy Hutchinson, described the 50th anniversary as a significant milestone, noting that Grenada deeply appreciates the friendship, cooperation, and mutual respect shared between the two nations.
Japan's support for Grenada has been steadfast and generous, from technical assistance and training programs to the provision of vital equipment and expertise. Japan has played a pivotal role in enhancing our national capacity and resilience. The Japanese government's contributions to disaster preparedness and climate adaptation, in particular, have helped Grenada navigate the challenges of a changing world with greater confidence and security. Equally, Grenada has been proud to share its rich culture, vibrant heritage, and warm hospitality with Japan. Our collaboration in the international fora, including the United Nations and CARICOM Japan dialogues, reflect a shared commitment to multilateralism and global cooperation.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of the Blue Economy and Marine Resources, Javan Williams, also highlighted Japan's ongoing support, particularly in areas such as disaster management and the handling of sargassum seaweed.
In fisheries, way back in the 90s to present, we have been getting support with our fishing infrastructure. We are presently in one of such infrastructure. The Japan government, in most recent times, has given us support through the JICA program for beryl, intervention after Hurricane Beryl. We have gotten support for sargassum intervention and other climate change disaster-related matters. Recently also, we have gotten the contribution of 3 state-of-the-art ice trucks. There are 2 out there that you can see on your way out. One is in carriacou. We have gotten support for sargassum with fishing vessels and equipments to help our fisher folks protect themselves from the influx of the sargassum waste.
Minister for Agriculture and Lands, Forestry, the Blue Economy and Marine Resources, the Honorable Lennox Andrews, has praised Japan for its continued support in advancing Grenada's growth and development. Minister Andrews was speaking at a ceremony celebrating the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two countries. He noted that through Japan's assistance in key sectors such as fisheries, many Grenadians have been able to build sustainable livelihoods, while the island strengthened its export capacity, a development that has positively impacted the national economy.
Japan has been a steadfast partner in Grenada's development. And that is clear to all of us. Japan has offered support in critical areas: disaster recovery, education, health and water security. But perhaps most notably is the support we receive in the development of our fisheries sector to enhance food and nutrition security, to generate employment, importantly, to reduce poverty, to raise our national income as well as our foreign exchange earning, and overall to improve the livelihoods of our people. We are especially grateful for Japan's recent assistance following Hurricane Beryl, which demonstrated Japan's generosity, as well as a clear understanding of the challenges faced by small island developing states like ours.
Minister Andrews also highlighted several projects where Japan's investment has contributed significantly to Grenada's development, projects that continue to benefit the nation today.
So I just want to point out some of these projects I consider to be extremely important. In 1991, with Japan aid, we were able to have the Coastal Fisheries Development Project. Guelph, Grenville, Grand Mall, Victoria, Settlers. $4.7 million US. We got jetty, fisherman center, ice plant, fishing gear lockers, and small fishing vehicles. It's good news. In 1997, we had the Grand Mall Artisanal Fisheries Project at Grand Mall, $8.2 million US. Grant. Jetty, seawall, ice plant, refrigerator, fish processing plant. Fish processing plant, extremely important, value added. Value added, refrigerator truck, and forklift. In 2001, we had the construction of the Melville Street Fish Market here at Melville Street. $7.7 million US. Plenty money, plenty money. Again, seawall, jetty, fish market, ice plant, refrigerator, radio equipment. And I like this one because I'm from Grenville. In 2004, improvement of fish marketing for Grenville. In Grenville, and Mr. Rennie make reference as well to the Granite Town Road. $11.2 million US. $11.2 million grant. And you saw the pictures. Jetty, fish market, ice plant, refrigerator. There were some workshops, right? And of course, we had the road construction and improvement for the Granite Town Road. Nice projects. In 2012, improvement of traditional fishing community infrastructure at Guelph, $2.3 million. And of course, in 2016, improvement of the fisheries equipment and machinery at Melville Street at Grenville and at Guelph, $4.5 million. So these are plenty money. And these are very important projects for our country's development.
You're watching the GIS News. More news after the break.
Grenadians, get ready to commemorate National Heroes Day on Sunday, October 19th at the former Riviera Hotel site next to Comahorn Park. Grand dance from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The theme for this year's commemoration, honoring our legacy, inspiring our future. This National Heroes Day commemoration promises to be one to remember with a prayer and worship segment, the spoken word, and a powerful message from our special guest speaker. National Heroes Day commemoration 2025 will also see the official sword turning on the grounds of the Riviera site, which will then be known as National Heroes and Heritage Park. Sunday, October 19th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. National Heroes Day commemoration. Monrouge, St. George. See you there.
To meet the growing water demand in the south of the island, NAWASA, in collaboration with the Caribbean Development Bank through the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Fund, is implementing the Southern St. George's Water Supply Expansion Project. This project is designed to improve water quality, ensure a consistent supply, and protect our environment for future generations. We are upgrading our water supply system by replacing aging infrastructure, constructing new storage tanks, and installing advanced monitoring equipment. There will be dust, noise, and traffic inconveniences. We appreciate your patience during the construction phase. We believe in the power of community engagement. Your voice matters. Your input is essential. Want to learn more? Get involved. Attend our public meetings. Follow us on NAWASA's social media and share your feedback. Reliable, safe drinking water means a healthier, better quality of life for all. Together, we're securing a better water future for Grenada. Join us on this journey. This project is made possible through the collaborative efforts of the Government of Grenada, the Caribbean Development Bank, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office of the United Kingdom, with grant funding from the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund.
Welcome back. 27 educators in Carriacou were recently recognized for their contributions toward building societies that will boost Grenada. Among the awardees are 16 retired teachers and 11 current teachers with over 30 years of experience. The ceremony was held as the island joined the international recognition of teachers on October 5th, highlighting the significant role they play in shaping young minds not just for school years but for a lifetime. Parliamentary Representative for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, the Honorable Tevin Andrews, underscored the importance of treating educators with the dignity and respect they deserve. He commended their efforts, sacrifices, purpose, and passion.
It is just the beginning. It is just the beginning of ensuring that our teachers, retired and serving, are treated with the dignity and respect that they truly deserve. As PS and others mentioned, reality is that you're not paid enough for the headaches that you go through. That's a fact. Now, yes, you may say, well, you're a policymaker, probably put a little bit more in it. But that's a conversation for a different day. But I am thanking you all for your dedication, for your sacrifice, for your stewardship, for your leadership at the various levels, be it at a secondary school or pre-primary school or whichever area. And most importantly, for our teachers who've retired, you serve for so long, then you retire. Some of you I don't even think there's a send-off party for some teachers, unfortunately. And then sometimes we forget that the teacher even taught or made a contribution to society. So this is something that, again, we want to change. We want to recognize you, appreciate you, and know that you mean a lot to our society.
Honorable Ron Redhead also journeyed to the island to celebrate the awardees. He emphasized that teaching is not just for the classroom, but for a lifetime to build strong communities.
The impact each and every one of you have left on our students in Carriacou and Petite Martinique is tremendous. Many of your teachings resonate through the walls of Parliament, in the business places, on the boats with the fishermen, and our communities. It is that passion that you have brought to the classrooms that was very impactful and was able to lend to the building of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. So this evening, you must give yourselves a lusty round of applause for your hard work and dedication. It shouldn't stop there. The very essence of education is not just to be in the formal sense in the classroom, but to promote lifelong learning. Each of us, no matter your age, is not too young or old to learn. And therefore, our lessons, in some instances, have just started. Some of us can learn at a later stage, some of us can learn earlier. But the importance of you, the teachers, to be able to carry on the message, to be able to share and impact the knowledge is critical. And this evening, we want to place this on the record.
Mr. Edwin Felix, keynote speaker at the Teacher Recognition and Award Ceremony, addressed the excellent nature of teachers.
Excellence in teaching isn't just about delivering the curriculum. It's about nurturing the whole person. You are gardeners of the potential that was brought to you. You understood that a child who feels safe, valued, and seen is a child ready to learn. You nurtured not just intellect, but character. You watered the seeds of confidence and pruned the weeds of self-doubt. In a world that often tells young people to be less, you nurture them to become more, to become.
The ceremony was a collaboration between the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit-Martinique Affairs and the Constituency Office. The 15th annual Anti-Tech Spice Word Festival opened on Monday, October 13th, with a round-table discussion at the Spice Basket. The 5-member panel explored the life and legacy of Anti-Tech, as well as Grenadian folklore and mythology. Minister for Tourism, Culture and the Creative Economy, Senator Adrian Thomas, reaffirmed government's commitment to supporting the development and preservation of Grenadian culture.
We believe in our culture. We understand what culture is all about and the strength of our culture. Hence the reason why we have formed this very important division within my ministry, the Ministry of the Creative Economy. And from the time we started this department, we can see the culture, the talent, the creativity in our young people starting to emerge. And it means that the infrastructure that we have created will bear fruits in years to come. And as we see, it can be an industry in itself. So I always make the point, while we are drilling for oil to get some more cash in our hands, we have the creative economy that can generate maybe equal or even more.
The week-long festival, spearheaded by the Grenada Cultural Foundation, is being held under the theme Echoes of Our History and Culture. Activities include an opening night at the Spice Basket and a cultural presentation by Labukan at the Deluxe Cinema. Similar events are also planned for Carriacou. Chair of the Grenada Reparations Commission and founder of the Anti-Tech Festival, Arlie Gill, encouraged greater government investment in the creative sector through the development of local talent.
So that there's tremendous potential for the festival. We have to be creative about the way we do it and so on. And there are a lot of things we can do without money. Because I am sure that there's a lot more money now than we had 15 years ago. But we have to be creative. And I want to applaud the Grenada Cultural Foundation for keeping the word festival alive. Now you must go further now than keeping it alive, and you must have the word festival in full bloom.
Over 30 farmers and agro-processors will display their products during this year's World Food Day exhibition on Friday, October 17th. The event marks the culmination of a week of education and promotional activities spearheaded by the Ministry of Agriculture in partnership with the Food and Agriculture Organization. The exhibition will be held at Old Trafford in Tantine, St. George from 10 a.m. with an opening ceremony, followed by the display of products and a cultural show from 3 p.m. Minister for Agriculture, the Honorable Lennox Andrews, encouraged public participation in celebration of local farmers.
On that day, you will get an opportunity to see the myriads of agricultural products that our farmers, our hardworking farmers, produce on a daily basis. You'll also see the variety of agro-processing products that many of our agro-processors take our agricultural products and convert them into a finished product good. And these agro-processed goods, I have to say to you, are of the highest quality. Many of them are ready for the export market. So I want you to come out and to see for yourself the revitalization of our agricultural industry, as would be demonstrated in the many agricultural products that would be on display.
World Food Day 2025 follows the theme Hand in Hand for Better Foods and a Better Future, with emphasis on access and availability of safe, healthy food. Chief Extension Officer Lauren St. Louis makes an urgent appeal to interested exhibitors to register.
We would like for anybody who's going to be taking part to please register. We have a registration link online, and we also have numbers that you can call, and also you can visit your district offices where you can express your interest. There is no cost. for you to exhibit, to sell, to do whatever it is you'd like to do, but we would like to know who is coming so that we can prepare.
St. Louis says this year's exhibition will be one with a difference.
Because it's a celebration of our farmers, it's a celebration of our agri-food sector and our agri-food systems. It's not only farmers that would come in. You have agro-processors, you have input suppliers, you have people on the health side that will come in to show the relevance and that connection between what you eat and your health. And so we have a whole lot of people coming in, and most of our stakeholders will be there, and they are part of the celebration, so that every year our farmers know that they're not forgotten. They're not forgotten day to day, but on this day, we celebrate our farmers.
And it is interesting.
World Food Day is officially observed on Thursday, October 16th. And finally, in the news, the Cabinet Office reminds the general public of upcoming holidays in October in observance of National Heroes Day and Thanksgiving Day. Once a bank holiday falls on a Sunday, the Monday immediately following will be observed. National Heroes Day will be observed on Sunday, October 19th, 2025. Therefore, Monday, October 20th will be a public holiday. Thanksgiving Day will be held on Saturday, October 25th. That story just ended the GIS news for today, Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Abigail McIntyre saying thank you for joining us.